Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I have about 757 hours into this game since this playthrough, and single player, no mods, vanilla gameplay. Only purchased the main game for around $10 a few years ago. Do you think we can still have some fun? I think we can. So if you want to get right to the action, skip to about 9 minutes and 30 seconds, but we're going to do a run through on USA, and we're going to keep it on standard difficulty. And I'm hoping to do an interventionalist playthrough where we can hopefully save France. And I feel like I'm still a noob at this, so if you want to comment down below with any suggestions, I'd really appreciate it. There's been a lot of learning throughout the way, and we're going to be concentrating on industry here, mainly in electronics. I'm going to be going through the heavy infantry trees and also doing anti-tank. Heavy civilian and infrastructure building at first here. This is where I start until about 1937, end of 1937. Also do a lot of naval bombers. I finish off the stuff that's already building on the Navy, and as soon as the next closest Navy comes out, we're going to go ahead and jump over to that and hopefully be able to balance the amount of Navy yards. And much right here, I'm just setting up things, getting ready to start the game. If you wanted to get right into the action, go ahead and skip to 9 minutes and 30 seconds. That will be pretty much right into the action. You'll see what happens once 1939 comes around into early 1940. It gets pretty intense. So right now we're doing some training with our aircraft and naval ships. And we've pretty much condensed about 9 hours of gameplay into this one 39-minute video here, and just kind of taking all the important stuff. So we're just now starting the game at full speed. So pretty much we're just balancing things, and they already did the remilitarization of the Rhineland, so they may be playing pretty aggressive, so we're going to have to play aggressive also. I'm going to be pretty much doing a lot of the small and medium lobbying efforts and trying to keep the Senate support on our side, and that way we can do what we want when the elections come through. So the Spanish Civil War just started here, and we're going to go into specialty, making a heavy battleship. We're not going to be able to do too much with Republican Spain right now. We can't pass any of the laws that allow us to jump in. And as we go through here, we're going to be doing things, getting ready to reestablish the gold standard. And that's pretty much why we wanted to do the lobbying effects early. Also didn't want to use up any of those points on anything else, because they're very important. Once the war starts, you have to jump in with 300 political power to be able to jump into full production mode. And we're going to go down the Justice Compensation Act here, and all the way down to where the Great Depression goes away. And it looks like the Chinese front is starting on the Japanese front. Going to basically be kicking into production here soon, into military, doing protectionist tariffs, and also doing the heavy fighters and the regular fighters to help back us up when we're over there. We're getting logistics, and France and Britain announced an alliance. So we're going to basically be starting production into more military stuff at the moment. So here's the extra research slot getting ready to start. 1937 December, we're still doing the civilian factories, but we have to watch down south at Mexico to make sure that they're not going to be going fascist on us, because they can surprise us on our southern border and have us in checkmate. Making our heavy units, not overdoing it too much to where we're using up too much of the resources and things, but we're going to also have a really good force to defend. And we're still checking on, it looks like they're going towards fascists, so we're going to have to go ahead and boost popularity. Basically be ready for anything. So, end of the Spanish Civil War, looks like Republican Spain won, so we're going to go ahead and go down radio and wait a year for that to unlock, to where we're not going to have the research early penalty. And the Pinay incident, we're going to demand compensation here because they sunk one of our ships, and that's going to give us much needed political power. It looks like they gave in. So fate of Czechoslovakia in March of 1939. Looks like we're coming right on along here. We're going to support the Philippines also without giving too much of our points away for the political points. We're going to need 300 for when they declare war, and September's coming soon. It's already May. So they're getting ready to make friends with Italy and Russia. And here comes our heavy artillery upgrade. So those only have one factory building it, so I'm just going to transfer it over anyway. That way we get through that production penalty. We're going to keep on going through the anti-air also to get them started as soon as possible, since it's early. Here we're just going to wait and see what happens with Poland. It's July 1939, and they just refused the ultimatum. So we'll see what this entails while making sure that our airplanes are ready to go for when things start. And it looks like they just declared war on Poland, so let's go ahead and zoom in and see what's going on here. Yeah, it looks like they're only going to last maybe a couple weeks at the most. July 30th here, 1939. So go up to August, and it looks like we can cancel boost popularity for a little while to give us some more political points, because we're going to jump in as soon as possible. And we're going to go for the heavy naval bomber there. They're very good in the past, so I wanted to always give homage to them. And it looks like Poland's getting ready to capitulate. Anti-tank upgrade. We want to rush to these things because we know they're going to try to puncture a hole in Belgium. And it looks like we are just about ready. We have a good production lines. We're going to switch some things to the naval production yards here, and also our Navy, upgrade our infantry at the same time, start the battleship queue. Okay, USSR, everything's fallen in as historical at the moment, which isn't a bad thing. So here comes Finland, and Soviet Union declared war. So we'll see what goes on with that. Here's our research slot. So we're going to go ahead and intervention in Europe and continue on with hopefully somebody will unlock the radar with us. So now we have 300 points. We're going to go ahead and boost popularity because we don't want them to slip into the fascist hands. And meanwhile supporting the fight and anti-fascist fight over in the Philippines. And it looks like they just declared war on Denmark, and we're just waiting for them to declare war on the northern countries north of France. And once that happens, we may be able to jump into the war. So we got our guys ready to jump in. We got about 12 units right now on standby, and we just joined the faction January 5th, 1940, and getting ready to move our Air Force around to Europe. We can't bring our troops in yet, but we're doing total mobilization now that they declared war on Luxembourg and Belgium. So they're starting. We're going to go ahead and bring the Navy over. Navy just arrived, so we got the Navy ready to go. Getting the airfields ready to go. And Luxembourg has capitulated. Hopefully we can get there in time. So now we're waiting on these guys to get over there. We got about 12, 13 divisions going over there. They just arrived. Almost steamrolled to Paris. Barely got there in time. How about that? Yeah, so this is the early force getting ready to resupply these guys. Barely get, oh, they're getting to Paris still. So if they get Paris, it's over. So we gotta concentrate them into where they need to be. Looks like Blitzkrieg is in full effect at the moment, but we need to reinforce the capital at all costs. Okay, and now we're going to go into and do the best defensive and offensive against those frontline troops there from both sides if we can. Meanwhile, getting a defensive bonus from this general where he landed first. I had 24 guys on his squad here. 24 units, 24 divisions. And it looks like we may have survived the first attack against them. So now we're going to spread out a little bit. We're going to bring some guys down south here. Probably bring about 8, 10 guys eventually. Right now 3. The Strait of Gibraltar, we're just going to go ahead and reinforce with our Navy around here. And I don't do too much raiding and stuff like that unless I'm playing another country. And right now we're going to try to get back Belgium the best we can, push them back a little bit while defending at the same time. So it's really difficult playing this game. This is the hardest game that I've played in a long time or ever. And it takes a lot of build up. You have to do things just right. As you'll see soon, we'll be in Northern Africa fighting. Now that we have at least stopped them in their tracks here, I want to push them back a little bit. Cut through here, hopefully, and at least push them back some. So we see a spot in here, a little open here, so I think we're going to exploit that. Try to march down south and break his momentum on the front line, try to get to those railroad tracks there to get his supply as soon as possible here, while also defending Paris still. Yeah, 85. Yeah, we're doing good on defense. Still a little shaky around the edges. I think we'll be okay. It's March 17th, 1940, and we have held them for quite a while. World War II started September 1st, 1939, so we're pretty close to, I think, where we would be and what happened historically. It looks like somebody else got called into the war, or another secondary side war with Romania. We're just worried about keeping France for the moment so we can keep North Africa. Okay, we're pushing back. We got Brussels back and Belgium. We're still holding on. They're still at the tip of Paris, but we've cut over from the north, heading south. Almost got to their line. Production is still looking good. We're losing a lot of infantry equipment. We still have a lot of manpower at the top, 1.5 million. So we're just kind of hanging in there as best we can. The action goes by quick, and we'll be into the next part before we know it. It's a pretty good start for us so far. So just trying to encircle these enemies the best we can, cut them off. It looks like they're running out of supplies at the moment, which is good. We're going to push back the best we can while building more troops and switching over to the Navy for when Japan attacks. This is a good little cut off right here. Cut them off and go back before they go into my territory, just to help out a little bit. So right now we're about 50-50 on the war, and it looks like we've lost a lot of manpower so far. Hopefully we can make it. We got about 600,000 manpower. We're going to go ahead and try to bring a couple guys, 12 guys down here to Port Said. Make it over to Alexandria, cut them off, hopefully. While the south border is doing well, I'm going to divert those guys from there. I didn't realize they pushed over that far. I would have started a little sooner. Suez Canal blown. Oh no. Well, at least we're winning over there. Might drop off some of our supplies and stuff. Yeah, it looks like we're having a hard time with supplies. But hopefully things adjust in time, but we're looking good. Pushing towards Alexandria. Cut them off at El Amin. Right, heavy infantry, we want to go right to the bazooka. We're going to take that little bit of a hit on producing this early, because it's very important. Their armor is only going to get better, so we got to be able to hold them off the best we can, since we don't have other armor to defend against them. We're doing strictly defensive up there in France right now.
Ready, sir. Move out.
Gonna try to do a little switcheroo on them here, trying to bring some guys up to cut them off up at Tobruk.
Orders.
See if that works. I don't know if we'll get that far, but at least we'll attempt to.
Move out.
Yep, so you can move in between your territory faster than they can invade yours, luckily. So we can kind of take some chances like that. Now we cut him off. Okay, Italy declared war on Kingdom of Greece. And it looks like we got our guys from down south. They got cut off completely. We're going to go ahead and hopefully round these guys off and then go back up north, help defense.
Keep on attacking. Listen up.
So we're just going to edge around the edge here, get as much as we can, surprise them, try to rush them, rush Benghazi, all while surrounding Tobruk. King Carol II. Okay, reassigning some armies here and just moving around the front line. We want to kind of just protect Paris the best we can. Looks like we have a little bit of help up north.
Listen up.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in. We're doing something different this time. I've been doing Project Zomboid for the last couple videos, and it was really fun. Okay, we're going to keep it as Republican. We're going to keep going down the route we're going. But anyway, we were doing Project Zomboid, and that was really fun. Noob Hoarder. Role-playing as a Noob Hoarder on the zombie game. It's really fun. I haven't played much more than a few episodes that I recently recorded. They've released some updates, so I'm looking forward to recording some more, and I have other episodes. If you'd like to tune in, just give us a subscribe. So it looks like Trotsky survived the assassination attempt, and we're just kind of getting as many infantry ready as we can, and also gonna defend the Philippines, because the Philippines able to be invaded once they start. So I also want to protect all the islands in Alaska around from a sneak attack, because our navy isn't going to be enough to hold them off. They're going to be able to go wherever they want to go, and we just want to make it the hardest that they can to invade while holding off. In Paris here, looks like things are calming down a little bit, and somebody's justifying against us. Japan is. So it's 1941 in April. We're going to go ahead and shift the sands that way. We're going to go ahead and eliminate our build queue here. We're rebuilding our islands around. We're basically building radar around, so that way we're going to be able to see what's going on around us, and maybe be able to hit some things with our naval aircraft or naval bombers. And that's why we've been putting a lot of effort into them, and also creating as many armies as we can to help defend against the transition here. Looks like our production is going good, except for fighters are a little low. So right now I'm just adjusting the armor battalions, and funny thing here is I'm switching over to heavy tanks, and I accidentally clicked the medium tank right here, and I played this way the entire game and was wondering why my production was saying that I was low on medium tanks. But anyway, I think I fixed it later on. Once we got done the games, just started to produce medium tanks just because. But might as well have them. Our production is going so well, and it looks like some Navy battles are going on here, and I didn't take off some of the Navy off of training there, since I lost 3 battleships, but they're all Battleship 1s. They're the original ones that I had. I kind of wanted to flush them out just to see what the Navy planes would do anyway, so it looks like they didn't do much. I think with this new Navy plane, looks like we got 3 carriers sank, 1 new one, bunch of old battleships too. 6 old battleships, how about that? So we took a big loss over there, but that's okay. we got a whole nother line coming around, and it looks like they're pushing again towards Paris, and it looks like they're pushing hard south. So I don't know what gave them the upper hand here. Maybe they had some type of a unlock or a bonus that we don't see. So I'm just kind of moving things around, making sure that our naval powers are covered, and they're going to be repairing all around. And right now I'm just kind of expelling Suez Canal repaired, so that's good. That way we can start getting full logistics capabilities everywhere. Okay, we're defending here. It looks like we're doing pretty well. It's hanging in there. It's May 20th of 1942, and we're still hanging in there. And we're about 22 minutes and 26 seconds into the video so far. If you're enjoying, just give us a like and thumbs up. Give us a comment. Let me know what I should be doing. Also, if you want to see the full version of this video, I did record more. I have about an hour that I did a supercut on that kind of shows each little thing that I did. If you'd like to see that, just let me know in the comments. I'll release it. Right now I just wanted to do a quick video for everybody that may not have played this game before and they kind of want to see how it goes. So we're upgrading our Marines right now. We're going to do a sneak attack from, I think it was Christmas Island up north of Japan. Since we're building more Navy right now, we're kind of, I've held off long enough here. It looks like we're kind of losing the grasp now. But I've held off until 1942, which allowed USSR to build up a little bit more, which they may declare war right after they take over France. And we're going to have to start again in Northern Africa again, because they're going to split into the two factions, the Vichy France, as it's called. We're going to have to run to Jerusalem and defend them from there and hopefully take the port back.
Move out!
Suez Canal, so it looks like they're overrunning north of us and south of us. So we're going to try another push through the middle here, see if they give up
Let them have it.
their railroad, but I think they're a little too far right now. They can probably have a port down at the south. Anyway, we are cruising right along here. October 1942, still hanging in there, still pushing through. So we're almost to Dijon. Almost to Switzerland. If we cut them off, maybe we could make it. Maybe we'll be facing off against the Soviet Union after this. This could be a pretty interesting game here. Looks like we're stalled at the moment, so we might have a little hole that we can get through. Look, 17 guys were stacked up there. They were kind of held. I couldn't really move them. They were being held by the enemy was attacking, so kind of clumped up in a certain area. This is one of my mistakes. I didn't 100%, hour for hour this battle. I should have. Looking back, but that's okay. They might not have even lasted if they did push all the way through. They still have a reserve. They still have something to the south, so looks like they're pushing us back. And they've already taken almost all the way to Spain. So we got the big gun, recoilless rifles. We've got a bazooka and recoilless rifle. So we're really cooking with fire. We're gonna go ahead and looks like they won. So looks like they got Vichy France. We're just gonna go ahead and try to evacuate as much as possible here. So did make a really big mistake here. I thought that we could have adjusted well, and I guess the logistics didn't have enough time to catch up. So I'm trying to make a hold at Brest over there on western France, and sending all my guys over there just for one push to see if, hey, we can hold on to this one little section. But it didn't work out too well, as you're going to see here. Got a bunch of guys jumping over, and it must have been just too many guys, too many enemies right away. They just stacked up on us, and I did lose quite a few guys here, as you can see down at the bottom.
Keep on attacking.
Looks like we lost a couple divisions at least. Let's see, I think we probably lose about 10 total. Just something I wanted to try. Lost about 4 so far. and
Let's go.
let's see how they do. Nope, time to evacuate.
Keep moving.
We lost. Hopefully our heavy tanks get out of there.
Attention.
Okay, so we're completely out of Germany. I guess we'll reinforce ourselves here. A little bit of action went on around Japan. But this is where I'm going to launch my attack from. So I just got War Plan Orange unlocked. So we're going to go ahead and do a naval invasion from here over to northern Japan and just make our way down. We have one extra division that we're going to bring up. A couple different divisions, I mean. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and get some naval supremacy here and see if my guys will start the naval invasion. It looks like they did.
Attention.
So as I'm bringing more up north here to unassign and hopefully do a sneak attack up north. I don't think they're really protecting above them. They're kind of below or above Australia, I'd say. And it looks like we're getting ready to put 14 divisions in place and the finished continuation of war. Oh, German Reich declared war on the Soviet Union. So this is what we were all waiting on. February 9th, 1943. Okay, so hopefully they don't steamroll them. Looks like they're doing really good at the south there, south of Hungary. Okay, we're playing orange, and our guys are just now taking off for the naval invasion.
Orders.
So I got 5 divisions of Marines getting ready to drop in northern Japan. And once they drop, we have 14 divisions behind them that will rush the capital. Right now we're going to establish whatever beachhead we can, because sometimes when we do this, we do have a lot of defenses. But sometimes they don't. Try to catch them while they're busy, like down there. And it looks like we're clear for landing. Looks like we landed. And we're just going to go ahead and devour everything we can to give us the widest battle possible.
Move out.
That way, if they do have a few divisions around here, we can hopefully push through them. And we're just doing a balanced take over this northern area of Japan.
Move out.
And gonna try to get an airport built as soon as possible. Also take over an airport, that way if we do encounter someone, we'll be able to steamroll. It looks like our 14 divisions are ready. We're gonna go ahead and land and push all the way up. Get us some Yokohama tires.
All in.
They're my favorite tires.
Commands. Listen up. Move out.
Okay, we're gonna encircle him and keep on going. 3 divisions staying behind, or 2.
Ready, sir.
Still attack him to keep him from moving.
Move out.
Try to completely encircle him. Meanwhile, pushing down south, there's our 14 divisions. Okay, looks like we had a good fight down here. We got rid of one of their battleship number 2s. Yeah, 2nd gen. How about that? Looks like a lot of fighters getting into it. Okay, we're gonna switch our Air Force up to the north here now that we have a airport. Okay, we're taking over here.
Commands.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna make a go at Tokyo. All Tokyo.
Ready, sir.
Next to Yokohama, my favorite tires. Okay, go to the
Listen up.
secondary capital here. Meanwhile, rushing all around.
Orders. Ready, sir.
And got rid of him.
Ready to
Okay,
move.
looks like another war happening.
Listen up.
Taking over much of, okay, United Kingdom declared war
Listen
on
up.
Iraq. What are y'all doing in Iraq?
Go, go, go.
Let's
Ready,
see.
sir.
Japan must be with Iraq. Interesting. Let's go ahead and mop up. Okay, we got some equipment here, 690 trucks, some trains, and hopefully we get some property here. We're going to apply for closest to the Soviet Union so we can keep as much pressure on them as possible after the war. And if you'd like to see further in the gameplay, the game kind of goes into the Cold War, or World War III, as I call it, or World War II and a half afterwards. It looks like right now we've already done D-Day. They left me out of it, but that's okay. Let me go ahead, switch gears, and hopefully help them expand
Yes,
into
sir.
Germany and take back France. Meanwhile, hopefully south, they don't overrun us with fascism in Mexico. So it looks like we got a nice beach head here. We're going to go ahead and jump into whatever war they want to get into. Anglo-Soviet invasion of Iran. Oh. So they are attacking from our territory there. I think we took Iraq. Fall of Rome. So it looks like we're attacking Rome now too. That's good. Alright, so almost to the main fight here. Looks like they've pushed south into Spain, which is okay because we're up here
Let
north.
them have it.
Go ahead and push to Brest. Get as many ports as we possibly can with as much Navy presence as we can without pulling too much from Japan. The Navy's still on its way over from Japan. Looks like we're pushing out pretty well here. We're getting into our airplanes are definitely doing pretty good. Done a new front here, so it looks like we're pushing in pretty well. Vichy France almost done.
Ready to move.
And it looks like we might have made it in time for Spain. So it looks like they're taking over much of Italy, and they'll probably have a civil war at some point and kick us out of there, but they'll be on our side at least. And it looks like we're doing a lot of military factories, and we're working our way from Paris to
Commands.
Brussels to try to get back the fall of Leningrad. So it looks like they're having a little bit of luck over there on the Eastern Front, but it looks like they're being pushed back now. Yep, so here comes the Civil War. So it looks like the south and north of Italy has busted up. Fall of Berlin. Okay, it's just a matter of time before we push. Looks like the Russians are pushing harder than we are. Iran capitulated, and we're still pushing as much as we can. Still got a couple divisions over there really pushing hard. South and east towards Germany. Our production's going well. We got plenty of infantry, plenty of volunteers, and plenty of artillery, so we'll be looking good at the end of this war to fight whoever wants to fight, if they want to fight. It looks like we're doing well. So it looks like the Yalta Conference coming into the final stages of the video. And thank you so much for tuning in. As we finish this game up, there's no limit on what I want to try, so if you guys enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate everybody that's been watching my content. It's been such a heartwarming experience having people enjoy what I have done, and we're going to finish this up, and let me know what type of gameplay you like to play in this. What do you like to do? What's your main objective? Is there something I should research beforehand and get the penalties of starting early? And it looks like we're about 8/10 of the way there, and here's some of the numbers. So we lost 15 million, they lost 16 million guys, and we still have a lot of manpower. They don't have any. So it looks like we're going to be steamrolling on through. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. Finland and the Soviet Union have come to an agreement. So we have come to some type of an agreement here. Poland's back. And it looks like we're finally finishing. And this is it right here. We've won. So we're going to try to take over as much as we can, close to the Soviet Union if we can, just to have some type of jumping ground if they're the next one that's the next most powerful country in the world. So we're going to be putting pressure on them as much as possible. I want to test my navy against them and hopefully play another game. Exiting the conference, and here we go. This is what we ended up with. Thanks so much for tuning in.